Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, I'm Rizaldy. Here I want to fulfill the assignment given by my lecture. Without further ado, here we go. The three rights from right of the citizen for demands ethics in public service that I choose are right to obtain access to official information, and second, right to obtain reasons for official decision, and the last one is the right to procedural fairness. Okay, first one. Explain the meaning of those elements. Right to obtain access to official information is the right of citizens to require access to official information held by government agencies, civil servants, and other public bodies. This right is usually regulated under the Freedom of Information Act. This right is important for ensuring government transparency and accountability and building public trust in government. However, this right does not apply in disclosure of the information could jeopardize national interest or the privacy of individuals. The second is right to obtain reasons for official decision is the right of citizens to request reasons or explanations for official decisions taken by government bodies of civil servants. This right is important to ensure government transparency and accountability and build public trust in government. In exercising this right, government bodies or civil servants are expected to provide clear and adequate reasons for the decision taken. This is also in line with ethical principles in public service, where civil servants are expected to act fairly, transparently, and provide quality service to the public. And the third is the right to procedural fairness is the right of citizens to fair treatment and clear procedure in every decision taken by government bodies or civil servants. This right is important to ensure that decisions are based on correct and non-discriminatory procedures and to build public trust in the government. So, talk about experience. I have positive story in terms of the right to obtain access to official information. So, last semester 3, the Bank Indonesia scholarship was opened and several other scholarships. Now, it just so happened that my cousin wanted to register for this Bank Indonesia scholarship. And I happened to be her cousin older brother who had an acquaintance who was the head of Genbi in my domicile. For our information, Genbi is a term for people who receive scholarship from Bank Indonesia. So, my cousin had access to more official information and was automatically better prepared than the other scholarship applicants, and the chance of him passing were very high because he had access to information. Next up is my experience with the right to obtain reasons for official decision. I honestly don't know if this is a positive or negative experience. So, the story is that when I went home during the semester 4 holiday, my father received a letter from the tax office in my domicile saying that my father had to pay more tax. My father was very confused and disagreed with this decision, but I knew that our family had the right to know the reason. So, a few days later, my father filed a request to know the reason at the tax office in my domicile. A while later, we received a letter explaining that a small mistake in filling out the tax form was the cause. My father was immediately relieved because now he knew why the decision was made. My father then corrected the mistake and paid the tax accordingly. This shows how important our right to know the reason is when the government makes decisions that affect our lives. Next, I had negative experience in terms of the right to procedural fairness. So the story goes that when I was in junior high school, I was accused of vandalizing a school-owned computer in the school computer lab. I was honestly very surprised and upset because I never did that. However, without any prior notice, the teacher of my computer subject immediately sanctioned me in the form of a great deduction without giving me the slightest chance to defend myself on the day of the incident. After that, the next day, my parents and I went to the school to meet the teacher and say that I was innocent. I also broke the real perpetrator to meet and admit his guilt. After that, uh, after listening to the real perpetrator's statement, my teacher finally realized that he had wrongly punished me. The third is my suggestion to apply the ethics of public administration. Here are some of my suggestions for implementing ethics in public service. The first one is transparency and accountability. Government agencies or civil servants should provide access to official information requested by citizens in accordance with the Freedom of Information Act. This is important to ensure government transparency and accountability and build public trust in government. The second is fair process. Government agencies or civil servants should follow clear, transparent procedure and provide a fair opportunity for citizens to give their opinion or argument in any decision taken. And the last one is fair decision. Decisions should be based on accurate and relevant facts and not be discriminatory or based on personal views. So that's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.